Good evening. Lloydminster RCMP are asking for your help identifying a man suspected of committing an indecent act. Police say the incident happened early this morning in the area of 36th Street and 50th Avenue. Now, the suspect is described as Caucasian in his late 30s to early 40s, about 5'11" and 165 pounds. He was wearing dark shorts and a light-colored hat. Now, the man was also seen driving a newer blue or gray Chevy Silverado truck. Now, if anyone with information on this crime
we did well here. Thank you.
RCMP at 306-825-6350 or Crime Stoppers. Well, hamburger lovers are taking a bite out of the fight against multiple sclerosis. $1 from every teen burger sold at A&W restaurants across the country today is going to the MS Society. Now, this is the 5th year for the Cruisin' for a Cause national campaign. Kim Smith tells us how the fundraiser benefits our region.
Did well here. Thank you very much.
Joe Bellier has been volunteering at the local MS chapter for more than 8 years. He was recently honored for his work by being named the MS Society's Volunteer of the Year in Alberta. He says he's fortunate to not suffer from the disease himself, but has many friends who do.
Believe me, that disease is very, very devastating. It goes from your legs, your arms, even your eyes. And you see somebody suffering with MS from the eyes. Man, oh man, it's very, very sad.
All of the money raised from the A&Ws in Lloydminster and surrounding areas goes to the local MS Society.
Events like this help us to have the funds in place to be able to ensure that our core services can stay in place and that we can continue to provide that support that people need.
Shane stopped in at the Cornerstone location on his lunch break to buy a teen burger.
I want to support a good cause and make people feel better and help society wherever I can.
Now, sales of this burger raised about $6,000 for the local MS Society last year. Organizers are hoping to match or beat that total this year.
The community always comes out to support our cause, and by all indications here over the lunch hour, teen burgers are selling like hotcakes.
The employees behind the counter agree it's been a hectic day.
It has been the busiest day of the year, so yeah.
Have you sold a lot of teen burgers?
Yeah, we have more than last year, I think.
Here in the store, they're accepting donations. You can purchase a little paper cutout license plate for $1, $2, or $5, and those are going very well.
And as you know, in Lloydminster, people are very, very generous. Not very often are we ever turned down by anybody.
The nationwide event has raised more than $3 million for MS over the past 5 years. Kim Smith, Newcap News.
As the border city continues to grow, so does the need for more medical services. The Lloydminster Medical Imaging Clinic has been open since the end of April and deals with up to 150 patients a day. Now, in this week's Healthy Living, Anna Stanislaw explains how some of the services offered at the clinic have made it more convenient for many residents.
Pain therapy, a solution for many suffering from back pain, is just one of the services offered at the clinic.
How are you? So tell me about your back pain, Lane.
Dr. Casey Young says one of their biggest goals is to deliver the procedures quickly and efficiently and to shorten down the waiting list.
And the biggest thing is by being on site here and having the ability to communicate with the other physicians in the community, there's a good local continuity of care, which is really beneficial to all the patients.
Many patients drive all the way to Edmonton or Calgary just to receive this treatment, and Dr. Young is trying to change that.
I think it's just unacceptable, and there needs to be more of that kind of mentality directed back to the smaller communities where we can do it here as long as we can do it in a safe and effective environment.
X-rays, body composition, bone density, and ultrasounds are also available.
Medical imaging, like most other healthcare in the public sector in Canada, has significantly lagged behind. And so when you look at these base services, wait list for ultrasounds as an example is something that we're truly trying to work on in the city to take care of.
And Dr. Young says they are working on bringing more services like MRI scans and biopsies to the clinic.
To be able to deliver those under a public umbrella in a fashion that makes it affordable and accessible to everyone with equal access is something that's very important. I think this community needs.
For more information, you can visit lloydmedimaging.com. Anna Stanislaw, Newcap News.
Now, the first fall frost could be just around the corner, so time is at a premium for farmers. Now, this morning, the Canola Council of Canada held a crop walk. Kyle Galver explains in this week's Ag Report.
Pickup trucks line the side of Township Road 540 as area farmers gathered for a morning information session.
They are just purely here to learn and to ask questions and to seek out answers, and to see 50 people show up on a roadside kind of spur of the moment tour is amazing.
The Canola Council of Canada puts on a crop walk for each region in Alberta once a year to help producers with the upcoming harvest season.
Producers are nice, they like to come out to the field and see a crop, and it's always exciting, better than the classroom sometimes.
And there is a lot to be excited about. Farmers are anticipating record production in 2013. Alberta expects 5.2 million tons of canola, a 5% increase from last year.
In my travels the last few days, I've seen some beautiful crops, and if it seems like if they're not drowned out, they're really, really nice. So I think we're quite optimistic that it'll be a good harvest.
Production-wise, we're definitely seeing an increase in production from last year, or forecasted. I mean, the frost, it's not in the bin yet. Frost and other issues can arise.
With the harvest season so close, today was about making sure producers understand when to begin swathing.
Swathing tends to be a little contagious, so once one guy goes, everybody tends to go. So if you can, make sure each field is ready to go at the right time, I think that's probably the message of the day. This field's getting pretty close to swathing time, so those purple ones are all mature. It worked out to be a great question and answer day, and a fantastic group of farmers showed up here today.
For more information, you can visit the Alberta Canola website at www.canola.ab.ca. Kyle Galver, Newcap News.